Hey, I know there's some great conversations going on about how great this space looks, but we'll get this party started if everybody wants to gather around really quick.
Thank you so much for all of you for being here today. This is a really exciting day. It's been a long time coming, and I am so happy to be here to be celebrating with all of you. My name is Rebecca Rather. I am the board chair for the Kansas Food Bank, and on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank all of those who have worked so hard and given so much to make this Garden City Distribution Center possible. And there are so many people to thank, but I'd like to thank in particular one person, Brian Walker, who his vision and leadership has made this happen, really. And so I will introduce him. So I will turn the time over to Brian Walker, our president and CEO of the Kansas Food Bank.
Well, that was a little much. It took a lot of people to get to where we are at. And we're here today. Well, thank you everybody for coming today. And we're here today because of partners like you. And for a number of years, the food bank has looked at this part of our state and said, hey, we need to do a better job of serving our neighbors out here in the western parts of the state. And how are we going to do that? And so we looked and we looked and we looked around, and we said, you know, what we need to do is have a distribution facility. And so this is your Garden City Western Hub Distribution Center for the Kansas Food Bank. It is not the food banks, it is the communities. It is here to make life better for so many people. The reason that this is so important to us is just over the last couple of years, we've gone from 1 in 7 Kansans that are, 1 in 10 Kansans that are food insecure to 1 in 7 Kansans that are food insecure. Worse than that, we've gone from 1 in 7 children that are food insecure to 1 in 5 children are food insecure through no fault of their own. So we are here today to put an end to that, right? We want to change the system of how we do hunger relief in this part of the state so children can go to bed every night with a full tummy and not have to wake up in the morning wondering whether they're going to have food on the table. We can't do that without you. We can't do it alone. We need our partners, our supporters, to be with us every step of the way. That's what this facility is. What you're standing in today is the volunteer center. It takes thousands of volunteers to do the work we do at the Kansas Food Bank. This space right here is the space for you folks to volunteer, to put food in boxes, food in backpacks for children, produce boxes, so people can have nutritious produce on their tables. It takes everybody to do that, and that's why we're here today. One of the things that we've really seen in this part of the state that really worries us is the clients that we serve used to be about 8% were seniors. Today it's between 20 and 25% are seniors that we're serving. That's for a number of reasons, right? The average cost of a meal last year was $3.65. The average cost of a meal this year is $4.05. So when inflation happened, COVID happened, inflation happened, we haven't seen the effects of that going away. As seniors get older, they're outliving their incomes, their children move away, they're living on their own. For a number of reasons, seniors are becoming a bigger and bigger part of our population. I'm a long ways from that, right? And I don't have to worry about that. I have some board members here today that are a lot closer to that than I am, but I don't have to worry about that. I will wrap this up and I will make introductions. I'll come back and make introductions to everybody here, but I do want to say one thing for this group on this board right here, the Sunflower Foundation. If it was not for the Sunflower Foundation to tell the Kansas Food Bank, get off your butts, go get the building you need, we need to serve Western Kansas together. We would not be here today. They were our lead donor on this facility. They said, here, go get the building you want, and so we did that. And thanks to them, we are here today. Now I want to introduce Manny Ortiz. Not only was he one of our architects on this project, but he's also the mayor of Garden City. Manny?
Brian's a great speech. That's awesome. I need to hire you as my speech writer. So I'd just like to thank everybody. Good morning, everyone, and thanks, Brian. It's a pleasure to be here with you all today. Firstly, I want to express my gratitude to the Kansas Food Bank for their unwavering dedication to fighting hunger and providing nutritious food to those in need. We are thrilled to have such a compassionate and committed organization join our community. The presence of the Kansas Food Bank here is a testament to the growth and potential of Garden City and a supportive and caring community. As mayor of Garden City, I've been through the challenges many of residents face. Access to nutritious food is a fundamental to the well-being and growth of our community. This expansion is not just a building. It represents hope, resilience, and a brighter future for countless families. I'd also like to express my sincere appreciation for the investment made by the Kansas Food Bank and the Sunflower Foundation in Garden City. Your contributions are invaluable and will make a lasting impact on the health and wellness of Western Kansas. In return, you can expect unwavering support from our city and its residents. We are committed to working together to ensure the success of this facility and the well-being of those it serves. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to celebrate the grand opening of our new Kansas Food Bank facility here in Garden City. On behalf of the city officials and the entire community of Garden City, I extend a warm and enthusiastic welcome to the Kansas Food Bank team and to all of our guests. So thank you all for the dedication and for being here today.
I would like to say that the city of Garden City has been great to work with to get us through this project. I know some of the folks today are here. We appreciate their help on getting us to where we're at today so we can provide a lot better service not only to this community, but to this half of the state. So thank you for the city to be welcoming to us and everybody we've worked with in Garden City to get to this point that's been very welcoming to us. Now I would like to invite Brandon Skidmore up with the Sunflower Foundation to say a few words.
Well, good morning. Thank you for being here. My name's Brandon Skidmore. I'm the president and CEO of the Sunflower Foundation. I'm going no notes, so just bear with me here. Brian is too kind. We have long known that the Kansas Food Bank had the vision and goal of opening a Western Kansas food distribution center. So when we had the opportunity to help catalyze that opportunity, we were more than ready to do that. Catalyzing projects are part of the mission and the work of the Sunflower Foundation. Our staff, our trustees saw the vision of this project. They saw the intensity of the food bank staff to make this project come to life. Happy to have Liz Sosa, our board chair, here today, Garden City native. And so we were thrilled to be part of the work here in Garden City and appreciate the work of the mayor and the city staff to make this such a phenomenal facility. We view this opportunity as a chance to support generational change. This is an opportunity to change the way the charitable food system operates in this half of the state. It provides needed fresh foods to those individuals who need that access on a daily basis. We are going to be able, through the partnerships and the network that the food bank creates, to really make a mark on food security in this part of the state and link it with the broader networks and the efforts going on across Kansas. We are privileged to support over the last few years a project called Food as Medicine, which partners with healthcare clinics across the state to better embed healthy foods into the healthcare setting so that providers can work with their patients to incorporate healthy foods into their chronic disease management regime so that they can see the value of incorporating healthy food and what that does to their body and to their chronic disease management efforts as they go through their journey with their chronic condition. We're pleased to have Genesis Community Health, Hoxie Medical Center in Northwest Kansas, and an expanding network of clinics join in that effort. The food bank and the network here, the distribution network that will be created here or enhanced here will be a critical part of that expanding work of food as medicine. Because it's one thing to receive healthy foods while you're under the care of your physician. It's another thing to then be able to procure them on a daily basis through your own means once you're not in the food as medicine program in a clinical setting. So if you can't go to a grocery store on a daily basis to get the healthy foods that you want, there is now a place to turn to that will provide the foods that you need to not only stay fed, but to stay healthy. So congratulations to Garden City, congratulations to the Kansas Food Bank. We're thrilled to be a partner in this project.
That's why it's always so good to have more speakers than just myself, because I forgot to bring up food as medicine, right? And food as medicine is a couple things. We like to look at it as a couple ways at the food bank. First off, a large percentage of the folks we serve, high blood pressure, heart disease. If we're ever going to change lives, we have to coordinate with healthcare and healthy foods to help folks get out of the food line. It's all together. Hunger is all together with housing and healthcare and jobs. It's not just hunger, right? It's not just feeding people. And our work in that field is ever growing. And so thank you, because I forgot about that. And another couple, so on that tune of healthier foods, one of the goals of this facility is we want to double our fresh produce distribution, right? So what we're going to do is, right now, most of the agencies we serve in this part of the state get one delivery a month. They can get dry goods, they can get produce on that delivery, but we all know that produce doesn't last, right, for a month. So we will be providing multiple deliveries a month. Most cases will be 2. One, they can do the deal where they do their dry goods and fresh produce, and then the next one, if they want, they can just do a fresh produce distribution. You will see when you look in the cooler today, we have some examples of the pre-made boxes of produce that we distribute through our agency partners. So that is one thing. The other thing we're going to do is increase total distribution by 50%. So this isn't just a facility so we're going to do business as usual. This is a facility so we can provide better services. Our agencies can do, not that they're not doing a great job, but they can do a better job serving the clients that are at their door every day, folks needing food assistance. Rural hunger is just as important as hunger in Wichita to the Kansas Food Bank. And actually, it's harder. It's harder for folks in the less populated area of the state to get to a grocery store. And so us here to do that today with your help is going to change drastically what we're doing in the 31 counties of western Kansas. And you can see that right there. So I want to make some introductions of folks today, and then when I ask you to come up, when I say your name, please come up. You can help us. We're gonna have Mr. Mayor cut the ribbon for us today, so when the scissors don't work, he's the one that looks bad, right? It's not anybody from the food bank. Again, thanks everybody. I know we've had some donors. We still have a long ways to go. It's a $10 million campaign for this building and our agency capacity building, right? So if you think of our food network, we start up here. Here's the food, here's the fresh produce. It's the top of a funnel. I didn't think of that. It's the top of a funnel, and then it comes down like this, right? So we need to increase agency capacity. We need to increase equipment for our agencies. So they have coolers, freezers, whether it's a loading dock. It may be a whole new facility. It might just be a concrete slab. It might just be, we need to widen the door so they can get a pallet through. So the other half of the campaign is to provide agency capacity building. And not only is it capacity in equipment and furnishings, it's also in capacity of how can we help you, right? How can we help you with finding volunteers? How can we help you with raising funds for your organization? How can we help you do a number of different things? The beauty of this facility is this will help us help these 31 counties, and tomorrow we'll be hosting our first agency meeting in this facility, in this room, to start that process of working with our agencies, how the process is going to work to apply for monies once we get monies raised for these grants for agencies. So again, we're not done. We're not there yet. We've come a long ways. We're basically halfway there, but we have more to go to help our friends and neighbors and those folks we serve in Western Kansas. So I'd like to invite some board members first that are here today. Very honored to have them here. Of course, Rebecca, our board chair. Don Meyergard, you want to join us up front? Don's a longtime board member of the Kansas Food Bank. James Coca, our board member from Sparrow Aero Systems in Wichita. Dan Eilert, board member Wichita. Roger Kepley, board member from Wichita. And Dana Knott, our Dillon's rep from Wichita. I don't think I've missed any board members here today. No? All right. Then I'd also like to introduce, is this building lovely, right? Let me tell you, we've built a couple buildings in Wichita, but Bruce Glass and Manny Ortiz on this building have just been a dream to work with. Their vision of what this should look like, I mean, we had a general idea. Their vision to get us to where we're at today is just, this is why we're here today. So Bruce, will you join us, please? Is there anybody here from Lee Construction? They were going to try to make it. So Lee Construction was our contractor on this building. As you can see, they've done a great job. It looks it's a beautiful building. We have had, not Lee Construction's fault, when you take a tour of the building, you'll notice there's a little sign that says under construction. So the people that put in our freezer, we had to take the freezer out and start all over. So we're actually going to start our operation working out of a refrigerated trailer, but Lee has done a great job on this building and are supporting us all the way through this project. So I know they're not here today, but give them a round of applause as well. I'd like to have Brad Cecil join us up front. He didn't know that he was going to be part of this, but we've worked with Brad a long, long time. So those of you who probably maybe see our newsletter, some of the mail pieces we put out, it's Brad's firm that helped us do that. You'll see these stories on the tables when you take a little tour from clients. These are stories that Brad and his crew, Carolyn and Vicki back there, will you raise your hands? Right, and his crew, they come to, Brad's folks come to Garden City, they come to other part of the state, and they actually interview our clients. These are true stories. They tell their stories to Brad, and he gets them in a way that we can tell the stories to our folks. Elizabeth Berger, longtime friend of the Kansas Food Bank. Will you join us up here? We've done food as medicine with them for a long, long time. And then just a couple more. Jeff Usher from the Health Foundation's here. Jeff, can you join us up front, please? All these people were kind of put on the spot. They didn't know I was calling them up front. But they're all important partners of why we're here today. And then staff. This is the most important part of everything. Staff, I always say I have the best job in the world. Everybody says, boy, Brian, you've done a great job, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm perfect that way. But it's my staff, right? It's the staff of the Kansas Food Bank, well-dedicated people. They're at it every day to supply hunger relief to the folks they know need food on their table. So I'm just going to start as I can see. Ken Regier, Operations Manager of the Kansas Food Bank. Ken's a pretty new member of our team, so we're proud to have Tim on board. Patrick Hutchinson, sitting here taking pictures. If if for some reason today that your internet goes off, just yell for Patrick. He's our IT guy. He is also our agency relations guy. So thanks, Patrick. Let's see, Deb Kreitzman back there. Deb is a long-term employee of the Kansas Food Bank. A lot of you may know Debbie as when we originally started really working in Western Kansas, trying to make friends, Debbie and I spent a lot of time out in Garden City. Blizzard one day, sunburns the next day, right? So covering Western Kansas. So Deb's done a lot of work for us. Kate Burkhofer, behind the camera. She may not come up front because she's behind the camera. And then who else am I missing? So two of the most important people for us in Garden City. Lisa Knoll, she is our community relations and development person. Oh, okay. And Robert Gonzalez. Robert is our warehouse manager. So both people that a lot of people know in Garden City. So we're really honored to have them on our team here. And I will say, Mark just walked in the door. I told you what a wonderful place this was and a great partner that Lee Construction has been. And so let's give Mark and his crew a round of applause. We truly appreciate your work, Mark. So let's, one other person I need to introduce is Natalie. Where are you at? Natalie is with DCF. Her title is?
She's in charge of us.
Yeah, so she does, anything to do with hunger relief through the state of Kansas. I don't remember her title. Natalie has been with the state of Kansas for a few years now, and we have created a great partnership. The USDA grant that we received to help us get into this building was with Natalie's help. They helped purchase trucks, they helped purchase equipment, all those things for the Kansas Food Bank. If it wasn't for her and her work putting up with us at the Kansas Food Bank and what we do, we, of course, wouldn't be here today, Natalie. So thank you for taking the time to make it today. Come join us up here and help us cut a ribbon. All right, so we'll get this ribbon cut if we can get everybody to line up across the front here. I hope I didn't miss anybody today. If I did, I'm truly sorry. But that's what we almost take. And then of course, afterwards we have cookies and some tea. We invite you to stay around. We have to go back and see in the back. We have our big programs all out here. Right. Oh. All right, so let's. You notice that? All right, so we'll count this down and we'll go to 3. But hey, again, thank you everybody for being here today. We truly do appreciate that you care about hunger, right? And in the great nation that we live in and the state that we live in, nobody should go to bed hungry, and that's why we're here. So thank you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, go up further. Up this way. There we go. Hey!